What is going on, guys? Welcome to another collectible show and tell. Before I bring on my guest, as always, if you're seeing this for the first time or you do enjoy the show, I have a link to every previous episode in the description below, so you can check out all the past guests and check out any episodes you may want to watch. And also make sure you follow all my guests. All their links are in the description as well. My first guest today is his second time on the show, and the first time being on time is Matt from Talking Pop Culture.
I was ready for you already, sir. I'm good, my dad.
You were, mate. I'm very, very impressed. You were clean shaven last time I saw in the intro then.
Yes. Nah, I'm trying to go a little dirty, man. You know? Yeah. Switch things up.
All right. Well, interested to see what you bring today, mate. So my next guest, I think he's making his first appearance on my channel, possibly, is another man like you, Matt. Is a massive fan of all things pop culture. He's a big Star Wars guy, and he has a podcast. So if you guys listen to podcasts, make sure you check out Just a Little Podcast on all podcast services. Cookie, what's going on, mate?
What's going on?
Finally got you in.
Yes, man. It's so awesome to be here. I know it's been a struggle. We've been trying to do something online for feels like decades, but I'm so happy I got a chance to do it. So
he's a busy man. So yeah, I'm excited to see what you're going to bring, mate.
For sure.
Very good. My final guest, I haven't even had a chance to say hello to him yet because he rocked up. He pulled the old buzzer beater on us and he appeared just in time. So I'm not going to count it as late. It's probably as close as a buzzer beater as you can get with this guy. It's Zen from Zen Multiverse. What's going on, mate?
What's going on, everyone? How's my sound? Do I sound good?
Yeah, you sound fine.
Okay. Yeah, that's why I hit the buzzer beater. What's going on, everyone? Glad to be here. Thank you for having me, Simon.
Oh, good, man. It's been a while since we did anything. Back in the early days, mate. I
know.
With Sharon and stuff, right?
Yeah.
So, I remember seeing back in the what was it, I Love days when you're on that, and you showing some martial arts stuff. So yeah, hopefully you're gonna bring some good toys, interesting ones. Anyway,
I got you. Cookie, talk pop culture. What's going on?
All right, brother. What's up, brother?
Alrighty. Before we start, I'll quickly shout out the chat first. Is Superrus 9000? What's going on, bro? We got some Geek Out with Rosko. What's up, mate? Cookie is here as well, obviously. Werewolf, what's going on, buddy? CaptainSaro, who's only 5 meters away in bed right now. We got MadSpidey in the house. Now he looks like a bum. Wait, who are you talking about? Me or Matt? And who else is here? Stephen Roberts and Kachung. What's going on, mate? All right. So how we do it, we always start off with our returning guest, which is going to be Matt. Whoa, get me off here. What you got? Round one, fight.
This is so hard, man. 5 to pick from, man. Seriously.
This guy shows up on time today, and he's like, "I've only got 3 things. I didn't know it was 5." I was like, "You show up on time, but you're not prepared."
Well,
Great.
I just don't know. I just thought everyone will, outshine me. I haven't really got that much.
It's not a flexing contest, guys. I just want to see your toys and your collectibles. Whatever it is you should collect. Just tell me.
All right. So what I've got, I'm going to I'm just going to get his name up here because I want to give him a shout out because it is from him. This was from an artist up in Colombia. My girlfriend's sister's partner. So his Instagram is Solskog, Solskog. He's an artist, and he drew me, and that's why I decided to wear these. I was going to wear some other clothes, but I thought it'd work out good if I
drew you.
It's me when I used to have the beard there, but freaking reverse came. I shaved it, obviously, but yeah, looks like me. I'm a bit yellow, but
that's dope, brother. That's dope.
Wait, is that a present that she brought back recently for you?
Nah. He actually got this for my birthday. So he drew it for my birthday, and it was a birthday gift. So he always says I rock the Sixers top, and thought, I'll draw you a nice picture. So yeah, haven't hung it up on the wall yet. Looking at the girlfriend over there.
So are you an Allen Iverson fan?
Walk in and see my face, and then see this on the wall.
So
are you an Allen Iverson fan?
Oh, mate, it's why I love Sixers, brother. Everyone's because of Simmons. Nah, screw Simmons. Yeah. AI, mate, back in the day, was my favorite. I'll always debate that he's the GOAT. Don't worry about the rest of it. So, yeah, massive Sixers fan. Are you a Sixers fan, are you?
I'm not, but I am a Allen Iverson fan. I'm a huge Allen Iverson fan.
Yeah.
He changed the game for basketball quite a bit for me, so.
Yeah, I've got all these, should have brought all them out. I've got all his tops, his singlets. Yeah, he changed the swag as well, which was good.
Yeah, he made it gangster.
yeah, exactly. Brought the hood into it, which they didn't like.
I haven't followed basketball for like a long time, like probably 20 years or more. But I'm just trying to think of players that I might have known from the 76ers. No, he wasn't. There was a really tall dude. Really tall white dude. Like he was like there was Minute Bowl, but I don't think he was from the Sixers. Then there was Sean something. Anyone remember? No.
Sean.
He wasn't good. He was just super tall.
He was just tall.
Only Sean, I remember Sean Kemp, but he wasn't a tall white guy.
Sean Kemp, he was in Seattle, right?
Yeah. Sonics.
Yeah, no. See, I know some stuff. Gary Payton.
Stephen Roberts says Bradley.
Sean Bradley.
Sean Bradley, there you go. Sean
He's
Bradley,
paralyzed
there you go.
now. Holy crap.
Oh, really? That's not good.
That's rough.
Yeah, but Sean Bradley,
accident.
that's the one. Oh,
ouch.
Man, how can you ride a bike when you're that tall? It would have looked like he was riding one of those little mini, like, that's rough.
Is it a motorbike or a push bike?
Sorry?
I would assume probably a motorcycle, unless he was like BMXing. Then that's pretty crazy to do.
All right. Very good, Matt. Cookie, you're next. What you got?
All right. I didn't know what to pull out, man. I was trying to figure out where to go, but since talking came out hard out of the gate, I figured there's only one way to go, and that's
Lightsaber.
Star Wars. As you know, I'm a huge Star Wars fan, so this thing weighs a lot. It's hefty. It's amazing. It's old, as you can tell by the yellow. But it is something that I love and I cherish quite a bit. It's an awesome thing.
Can we get a close up of the hilt?
Yeah.
Does that work? So is that one of those what do they call them? The Black Series ones, or
no? This one is old school. So this is from like, I don't even know, 1997. I want to say this is from.
Yeah. And
it's got a lot of weight to it. It's definitely more of a replica than anything else.
Yeah. I was it's going, Kenneth. I was because I bought a lightsaber recently, but I didn't want to buy one of the I did want to buy a replica. I saw a Luke Skywalker replica, but it was like from the Black Series, and it was going for like $200. And like I was like, that seems really cheap. and then obviously the next day it was gone. And then like I got FOMO, so I looked it up again like a week later, and there was someone selling one for like 700. I was like, I'll never get
You're
that.
like, crap, I missed it.
But Sarah's like really good at swinging her, like she can do the lightsaber tricks and all that. So I want to learn how to do that. And she was saying a lot of the replicas, you don't want to use them to swing because they're all fancy designs on the hilt, they're harder to swing around. So I just wanted to get something very simple. So but yes, I would still like to one day get some replica as well. They're pretty cool.
And the prices go really high, right?
Yeah.
So the prices go really high.
Oh yeah, they're craziness. This one is old school. This one's more of a replica, so it's definitely for just like showing off, turning it on, turning it off. My wife every once in a while will just hear it in the middle of the night, just come on, and she's like, "Oh, this kid, really?" But I mean, I love it. I've always been a huge Star Wars fan, so this is something that I hold dear to my heart. And it was actually an AOK that was given to me from Robert Galvin, the comic book G-Spot actually sent it to me. And it was crazy the fact that he like bubble wrapped it. He put duct tape. He made this thing so impenetrable to get, and I got it, and it was perfectly fine. Everything inside was intact, and I was really, really happy. So
cool.
It was an AOK from G-Spot.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it's like he's up north. I'm far south of the United States, and it took a journey, but he got it to me, and it was awesome, man.
G-Spot is the man. He brought some great stuff when he came on the show.
He's a cool guy.
Yeah, G is the man.
All right, Zen. Started out hot. What you got, mate?
I know. Well, I'm a big sword collector. I haven't been collecting in a long time, so I gotta hold it from here because this is like a replica of I don't know. For those of you who played Final Fantasy VII, there's a character named Sephiroth, and he has a Masamune. So this is a replica. It's pretty. Yeah. If I stand, let me see. It's like right here.
Dude,
holy crap!
Yeah, and I'm about 5'10", so yeah, it's a big one. Let me see if I can bring it closer without knocking the computer out.
Jeez.
Okay. Yeah, it's a beauty. It's a beauty.
Wow.
Yeah, it's not sharpened, of course, but you know, nor can I wield it. But yeah, that's. Yeah, that's what she said.
I love it when people bring the weapons on because it's something I don't really have, and it's something every time people bring like the first time I ever did this, like the first ever episode, I had Mark from Big City Comics, MadSpidey, and ThinkGeekTheory, and they all just opened up with like all these crazy weapon replicas. I was like, I didn't even know this was a thing. So it's something I'd love to get into, like just have something like
yeah.
I don't know what it would be.
But it's similar to the lightsabers. Like it could get really expensive, so you have to like, you know, like I make enough to get like a couple, but I have to like space it out by the years. You know what I mean? So yeah, big time sword collector. Love swords.
And with a lot of that sort of stuff, I guess because you've got a few, is a lot of it just people making custom replicas, or is it actually like official license sort of stuff?
Both, right? So there's a lot of folks who make just custom replicas, but also, you know, depending on where you live too, because depending on where you live, you can't have a sword exported to your city. You know what I mean? So luckily where I live, you can have it in your house, but it cannot, of course, it can't leave the house, but you have it as a display in your house and you're good to go.
Yeah, I've always wanted to have like a Japanese suit. So the Japanese armor, if I could ever get a replica and just have that in my bedroom, granted, I'd wake up every single night freaking out like someone's going to kill me, but it'd be worth it to wake up to that every night.
So like a samurai armor or?
Yeah, the samurai, like big old helmets. Oh,
yeah,
that'd be so
they
crazy.
cost a ton of money.
Yeah.
If you ever get that, you got to wear it next time you come on. That's something, Matt, because Matt, you're a huge samurai guy as well, right?
I would love that, but if it's expensive over there, you should see how expensive they are here. Love it. You guys like Avi's Red Blade of Immortal and
it's really good, really good.
Yeah.
Zen, what do you have holding your books up on your wall? They're just like little tacks from like a hardware store. Let me see. Not to show off comics, but yeah, just little tacks. Yeah, and
Well,
then
you
I
gotta be
just
careful with
rebag
those,
and
mate.
board them after.
All right. Oh, that was a pretty spicy round one. What do you got, Matt?
Well, I was debating whether to go my AEW wrestling toys, or being that it's the 30-year anniversary of Death of Superman. Am I correct? I can't.
Yeah.
I don't want to stuff that up. I'll grab probably one of my favorite from the DC Icons series.
Nice.
Is the Superman versus
That looks-
Doomsday, which
that looks good.
obviously the glare, but that's what it looks like out of the box. But I'm one of the guys that don't take them out of the box because, you know what I mean? They display them good in the box, so why take them out? I know there's always a debate, but if you couldn't see them, I'd take them out and set them up, because I've got some over there that are all set up. But yeah, it's probably one of my favorite in the DC Icons range. I did collect every single one of them. Yeah, too much of an expensive bloody hobby this is, but yeah,
like just with the boxing thing, like statues, for example, you normally can't see through the box, which is why you've got all your statues out.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, all my statues I've got all out, all my Ezra Miller ones that I bought prior, all the stuff that happens. Got my Batman v Superman.
Nice.
And I take all the statues out.
You know those DC ones. Sorry, go.
I did when I did open the I don't want to grab it, but the Batman armored one from the film Batman v Superman. I was showing my mum in the kitchen, and I went to give her the base to hold while I got the rest out. Yeah. Don't ever give your mum things to hold, because she dropped it and it all broke. And then
you know what? You know something what they do in figurines sometimes, which I hate, and that DC. What's that line of DC? What DC Icons was it?
Icons, yeah, Icons.
So a couple of those. It's a $300 figure. A couple of those, they've done like the spare heads where you can like swap their heads over.
Yeah.
And I hate those ones because I like to display them in the box. It just looks like there's decapitated heads in the box.
Yeah.
So that's one thing I don't like about keeping them in the box sometimes. They're releasing Black Series figures with the Windows.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
They're doing that to kind of conserve on the environment because of the plastic that's involved with each Black Series. So they're trying to get rid of it so they can have it be more health conscious and more aware of what's going on with the world.
Oh.
So
I must say,
you open them and then you throw the thing and recycle them. Is that what?
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, because you can't really display it inside the box, which unfortunately kind of sucks. So, I mean, I have some of my stuff that's displayed in boxes, and there's no window. You have to pull it out to actually see it. But
yeah,
I'm like you. I don't take my stuff out of the box. So,
one thing though, like even though I'm an inbox collector as well, I know a lot of people like Mark, my comic shop owner. He takes all his stuff out, but I have big respect for those guys too, because they love the articulation and setting it up in certain poses. Like that's Mark's thing. Like you go to his shop, he's got a set of these little Star Wars figures, and that's how he calls them his promotional team, because everything he posts on his Facebook to advertise the shop, he always sets these little Star Wars figures up doing different poses, and it seems like it'd be really fun to do, to be honest. So
the good thing about the open amount box as well is that, as you can see, you'll have 5 there on the shelf. You could fit 20 if you took them out of the box and set them up. I got literally 15 boxes down at my father's house under the basement, stacked of that many toys, because you just run out of room. Because every time you buy more, you've got to figure out where they're going. So, the ones on here have to get delegated. So, but I opened up a lot of the what were the new one, McFarlane. Yeah, I opened up all his. But yeah, the DC Icons and DC Collectibles, and there's another DC line. I haven't opened up any of them.
I bet you're getting into those adult anime figures, Breezy. I bet you are. All right, we got back to Cookie. What's going on, mate?
All right, so I was gonna do a toy, but I'll save a toy for later on. I used to be big into them. I kind of slowed down a lot, but I collect shoes. So I have a pair of Jordans. So I used to collect a lot of Dunks. My brother and I collected Dunks, which are Nikes. Nice. I'm now starting to get into Yeezys, which have a massive price tag against them. And the resale, unfortunately, doesn't really hold up where Jordan resale is a lot better off. So I've worn these shoes collectively, I want to say less than 10 times. So probably around 7 times, maybe 6 times I've worn them. These are Jordan Olympic 7s. So I have a crazy story for these. My brother and I, my brother hits me up and he's like, yo, dude, we got to go to the mall. This is back in 2008, I want to say. So he's like, we got to go to the mall. We got to get these shoes. I'm like, all right, I'm not going to buy them. I'll just go with you. So we had to camp out. This is back in the day when you had to camp out for shoes. So we're there, I think 9 o'clock the day before. We're sitting there just waiting in line outside of the actual mall. Mall closes down. The line starts to build up more and more and more. And then they finally open up and say, all right, guys, whoever wants to go to Champs goes to Champs. Whoever wants to go to Foot Locker goes to Foot Locker. So we're like, all right, cool. So we take off running into there. We go directly to Champs, and then we're just standing in line. I'm looking in front of the line. There's probably like 20 people in front of me. I'm like, all right, there's probably a good chance I'm going to get these shoes or my brother's going to get them. But I was like, let me just do it as well. So I was like, right on, let's do it. Next thing you know, people start walking back from Foot Locker or from Champs or Foot Locker, I'm sorry. And they're like, hey, sorry, the shipment at Foot Locker at Foot Locker was completely gone. Somebody stole all the shoes from the actual truck. Wow. So all that's left is for the Champs ones. And I'm like, okay, great. And then somebody from Champs comes out and says, hey, so all we have is half our shipment. So there's only 2 pairs for each size. I'm like, there's 20 people in front of me. I'm not getting my shoe. There's no way I'm getting the shoe. I can't get my size. The person right in front of me goes and says like, hey, do you have a size 10? And they're like, so sorry, we're sold out. They get to me and I was like, what sizes do you guys have left? They read off the sizes and I was lucky enough to get my size.
Nice.
So I got them 9s. I'm a 9.5, but they fit really, really well. I literally wear them every once in a while. As I walk in, pay for it, it cost me $179. The second I walk out, someone's like, hey, I'll give you $200. Another person says, I'll give you $300. Before I left the mall, someone offered me $400 for the same shoes.
Wow.
But as you can tell, I didn't sell them. I still have them. These are my babies.
So one of my friends, I've got 2 friends at work who are massive shoe heads. One of them has like shoes that are like 10 or plus years old and they look brand new, and he wears them sometimes. But he was telling me, I think 9s, I think he said was actually the hardest size because they're the most common. I think he said 9s and 10s are the most common.
10,
so that's 10. Lucky that you got it, right?
Yeah, I was so happy. I mean, I still, every single time I take them off, I package them back like they're brand new, man. I don't ever wear these very often. So it's a rare occasion, but I know I have to wear them once in a while. So
I'm guessing when you get home with those kind of shoes that you want to collect, you're like cleaning them up to get every little scuff off it and things like that, keeping them looking spanking new. Yeah, it's crazy because I've told this story before, but I obviously never understood. I didn't know about the whole shoe collecting culture until more recently because I've got friends who are into it now. But there was one day, it was my day off, and on my day off, I used to like to spend money. So I remember at the time there was those Miles Morales Into the Spider-Verse Jordans, and I was like, they're pretty cool, man. I might try to buy a pair today, right? So I go out into the world and I'm like, why can't I find them anywhere? And then I said to someone, I want to get these shoes, and they're just like, oh, you ain't getting those shoes, man. I didn't understand why. I was like, what do you mean? They're advertised everywhere. They
sell out so quickly. Like Yeezys just dropped September 1st. And they put out throughout the entire day different shoes, and they were like seconds. The ones that were really popular were gone in seconds. You can't snag them. And same thing with the Spider-Man Morales. I wanted those so badly. Those things were so cool. Didn't get it.
You know how you said you used to have to line up. So nowadays, what do they do? Because I know my friends were saying they do raffles.
Raffles.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so that's everywhere. I didn't know if that was just like a thing here or if that's a worldwide thing. Oh, okay. Cool.
Now my mate is a flipper when it comes to the shoes. I hate it in the comic book industry how people flip books, and he just he's like hated because he just flips them. He goes, gets them, sells them. He loves his Yeezys. Like when I worked at a sports store here in Australia before I pissed off. And yeah, we used to get the Yeezys. They started getting the Yeezys. Air Force Ones. Love Air Force Ones. They're my favorite. And yeah, before they got put on the shelf, we'd get the shipment, pick our sizes. That was the only good thing working there. And like I said, 9.5 and 10, because I'm a 10, are like the most 2 popular sizes. It's just, it sucks if you're a 9.5, 10.
Man, I'm a 12.
You're a 12.
You're a 12. Wow.
Like a big before I move on, Cookie, how many shoes do you have as a shoe collector? Like how many pairs
Total.
do you own?
Yeah. Probably close to 30.
Nice.
I would say, give or take.
Yeah, because I know a lot of people who are shoe collectors, they have their own room dedicated to their shoes in their house. You know, I'm like, what?
I have like 4 of them here, and then the rest live at my parents' home. So yeah, I don't really touch those. My brother has them all stored away in a closet, so we're all good.
So nice occasions, you go over there to pick out a pair, right? Yeah. Okay.
I make an excuse to visit mom. It's like, oh, I'm here to go and visit mom.
check on the kicks.
Exactly.
Nice. All right, let's move back to Zen. What you got, mate?
I'm a big horror fan, but also I've been just now starting to get into like horror like figures. So I got this Pennywise action.
There you go. There's the decapitated heads.
Yeah. Yeah, there's
That's
like so much like art into these figures, and just looking at them as a display art is just pretty cool. Like someone mentioned earlier, some of the figures I'll take out and some of them I'll just leave in. So this is one of those that it has that opening, so I just leave in the display, but it's pretty awesome. I have that in a Halloween one here with Michael Myers.
No, yeah, it's sick.
Yeah.
What so
Kinda
what line
dusty,
are they?
but
Do you know who makes them?
this is by NECA Real
NECA,
Toys.
Yeah,
Yeah,
NECA
both
does
of them
one
are
as well.
NECA. Yeah.
Yeah, you guys get heaps of those because we get some of them down here, but I watch a lot of toy channels as well, and yeah, you guys go through like your Walmarts and stuff, and it's just like NECA, and it's all awesome looking stuff.
You could pretty much go into like any of those like Walmart, Target stores, and they have like a little niche section right there. And sometimes I'm surprised. I'm like, whoa, you guys have these figures here? But yeah. And then I eat it right up.
Yeah, I've always wanted to get a Nightmare on Elm Street one.
Me too.
Always wanted. But here they're so expensive, and I'm like,
yeah, they're really expensive. They're not like horribly expensive, but just enough to make you say, next time.
Yeah.
And then you know what? There is no next time sometimes.
I know, yeah.
It never is.
You'll go back and then it's gone, and then you're like, I guess never.
That is the worst. It's like comic books. When I tell a lot of people when I first got into collecting comic books, I would see big books. They were like, I was like, that's a lot of money for a comic book. I'll get it one day for that price. Right, and then next, a year goes past, like, oh, it's like $1,000 now. No,
yeah,
I'll never own that book. So, very, very good. All right, Matt.
All right, I'll segue it because of Cookie's awesome shoes into my next collection here, which is my prized possession. Growing up, my family split when I was like 9 years old. So when I used to go back and forth from mum and dad's house, the first thing I ever grabbed was this. It is like the holy Bible to me, and it is all of 1994 and 1995 year, and all of
Upper Deck.
what was the other year? 1990 year, full set, because I collect them like a mad kid of basketball.
Nice.
That's cool.
So there's all these Pippin ones. Is it the Fleer ones? I think they were the Fleer. Yeah, this was a Fleer, so I got the full set of Fleer. They're the ones I know people remember. They got.
I saw Sean Bradley. Bradley.
These cards, you actually pull them out, and they feel like a basketball.
That's awesome.
They got the skin color of the basketball. So, and then I've got all the teams, and then the other ones are the hoops. If I go right back,
those are
the
dope.
hoops.
Wow.
Collected all the hoops.
Those were the golden years of basketball down here, anyway.
For me. Mate, they were sensational.
Mate, Jordan coming back and all that sort of stuff.
You know what I mean?
Even though he's only away for like 2 seconds.
I'll just pull this one out just because this is you just look at this one, and this is the All-Star.
There's
Larry Bird, Al Barkley, Jordan, Patrick Ewing. It's the All-Star East team. Robert Parrish, Reggie Miller, who was one of my favorites as well growing up. Scottie Pippen. This sheet alone is, yeah.
Yep.
Yep. No one knows where I live. Oh, well, you know where I live, Simon. But yeah, it's my prized possession, man. Like it, a lot of money. And I think it's in this one where it's a super rare card because I think I might have that. Where is it? This one here, because the introduction of
Kachung. I do this just when I have time. It's never on a scheduled sort of thing. So just when I find time, I'll do this show.
It was the debut year of the Toronto Raptors. So they released this, I think it was a 1 in 100 card.
Yeah.
So
that's cool.
Luckily got that. But yeah, man, it's my baby. It comes with me wherever I go. And when I die, it'll be getting buried with me. No one's getting it. No one's taking it. Even if I have kids, they're not. It's mine. My baby. Like this album.
Nice.
Yeah, have you considered? Because you know what? Because I've got a few of my baskets. Because the only thing I had a folder where I collected certain players. So I've got my Jordan cards in there, and whoever else it was, Shaq cards and stuff like that. I'd love to get some graded.
Yeah, me too.
I would love to go and get these graded, but I did give it to a guy about I don't know, could have been 5 or 6 years, and he offered me $12,000 for it, the whole book. So I don't know. Yeah, he must have been a hardcore
$12,000.
Yeah, bro, it's got a lot of rookie and rare cards that I should put in graded thingos.
Right, it might be worth way more than that.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's probably
David Robertson rookie card. Sean Elliott.
Yeah, it could be in like the high 50s, 60,000s, to be honest. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So it's my baby, man.
Like five of those graded could be up to like $5,000 plus.
I know, but see, the problem is, and this is what I hate about living in Australia, is same as my books. I don't want to send them because I'm scared they're going to get lost. You know what I mean? Like, that's the only problem here. I don't know if you have grading here for cards, do we?
There is. And they're actually pretty well, they're pretty good.
Are they world renowned, though? That's the thing.
Yeah, well, depends.
PSA, I think PSA and Beck are pretty well renowned. The only issue is their prices right now per card are stupid. It's like $30 to go and get one card graded, and you're looking at like a 6-month turnaround plus
half a year
for one card.
Yeah.
But if you want to collect it to sell, then I get you might want those grading companies. But if you just want to grade it for yourself, man, I just want the actual the casing to look good, right? And the label to look good. And there is an Australian company, like Sarah was thinking about getting some of her Pokemon cards sent off because I think there's some Australian company and the labels look great. So
yeah, but I want to go and hand deliver it and hand pick it up.
No one touches it.
I ain't putting no post bag and no shit. No way. It's me give, me wait, me take back.
Yeah, I used to. That's how I met MadSpidey. I was friends with MadSpidey back in those basketball card days, and he used to work at this place called High Tech Game Center that were a video game store. But then when basketball cards got hot, they opened up a little section for basketball cards as well. That's where I used to hang out when I was a little kid.
Yeah, well, there was a place like literally 2-second walk from my mum's house that is at the Tales Lake Shopping Center there that had like, it was a strictly like NBA card store that they, you went in, they had all the glass cabinets and all the stuff there. And that's where I spent my whole childhood pretty much there, buying the packets of cards from them, trading, and, they sell individual cards and that. But with this one, I did get kind of lucky because my dad was actually in the arcade business. You know this story, Simon. So my dad was in the arcade business here in Australia. He started an arcade center called Playtime that, a lot of people know. So he used to make arcade machines. And then for the basketball one that they had, that I lived on, instead of winning tickets, they thought of an idea of, every, 20 points, you can win a card.
Nice.
So they were buying these bulk packets from, overseas and getting them wholesale price. And I'm just flicking through them all. Yep, this one. Yep, this one. Yep, this one. And boxing them all. So that's why I got the full set. It was a lot easier. But for all my other stuff that I have, I've had to hard, collect for them. But this one I got very, just look at the front here. Dominic Wilkins, that's like a 1 in. Yeah, Pippin. I love it. It's my baby. Like, the brother and sister are after it, but I said, When we would go back and forth from mum and dad's house, you never took it. No, I'll look after the baby. I'll look after it. playing with me until they find out the value. That it's like, hey, those basketball cards. Hey.
Can I have my card back?
No.
So
I did all the hard work looking after him.
Do you have a card, like, God forbid, everybody has that scenario where your house burns down, you got to grab something. What card are you grabbing that is a must-have? The only one card you can pick. Which one are you picking up?
This is the only one that's with me. The rest are all boxed up.
Okay.
But I do have, it's one of just, it's not a special card, but like it's a hologram Iverson one that I've got. But again, it's in a box at freaking underneath the house, which I guess isn't a good idea because if it floods, then I'm fucked. But I'm just grabbing this book, man. This book, I'm grabbing this. If I'm grabbing it, I'm just grabbing my baby and I'm running out with it. Telling the girlfriend, save yourself. But she's in the shower now.
All right, we better keep it moving. We're getting on. Cookie, your turn.
So my next thing is I collect silver. I haven't got into gold as of yet, but I do collect silver, and I have a few different pieces. One of them is my Beskar armor. So I have a little Beskar steel. Hopefully I can see it with the glare. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to see it.
Nice.
Wow, hang on, wait. Where's that through? Like, where did you get that?
So this one, I forgot what website I came from, but I bought it off a website, and this is this Australian? This might be Australian. Is that your symbol?
Has it got a kangaroo and an emu on it? Kangaroo and emu.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure where it's from. I do have an Australian one for you guys. So there is your kangaroo.
Yeah, it's a coat of arms. Our coat of arms have the kangaroo and the emu. That's dope. It's
got the queen on the back.
That's awesome.
Sorry for the glare. Apologize on that, but yeah.
No apologies. That little angel action going.
So yeah, I have several different ones. So I have a Darth Vader.
Oh,
it's not going to show up because of this light.
There it goes. There it goes. Nice.
There you go. Got it there. That's sick.
This one is a Boba Fett.
Yeah, nice.
And yeah, plenty of other ones. I have a little box full of them. So.
And awesome. Where do you order those? Like, to get Star Wars ones and stuff, where do you order those through?
So the Star Wars one, my buddy actually has his own shop that he does, and he's actually, I think he's the largest South Florida seller of gold and silver. Oh. So Premier Coins, he's on Instagram. I always go to him. Anytime he has any stuff that's Star Wars, he's like, "Hey man, I saved it for you. Just come by and pick it up." Pretty much. So
nice, because I know when we order our comic books, sometimes there's some places that do coins in the previews magazine. So I think Sarah, bought a Vampirella coin or something like that, which is interesting. So very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. That's your round?
Yeah, that's me. Because it's hard to tell with the glare, unfortunately, to go and show them off. So
yeah, we need to do a separate video, mate, where you get the
this is the last one I'll show off.
Oh, what?
That's cool.
And then on the back, it's going to be real tough to see, but it has a queen on there. And then on the sides, like if you look down over here, you'll actually see the Imperial symbol.
Yeah,
and you'll also see the Rebel symbol.
Nice.
Is that like, listen, I'm a bandwagon Star Wars fan.
So that's metal.
Like is that a note or is that metal?
Yeah, this is a note. So this is a $2 note. Oh, sorry. Yeah, it's a $1 note, but it's 5 grams of silver.
Wow.
That's sick. That's sick. It's graded paper.
Right?
Talking about like coins, and I remember I went to the mint factory here in Canberra where they make all the coins, and there was a machine where you put in $2 and it makes you a brand new $1 coin. So
So rip
you off $1.
You're like wasting more
make
money.
$1 from you.
This is the only piece of gold that I have.
Well, that's awesome.
That looks nice.
That looks really nice.
This is not circulated money as of yet, but it is a Utah Goldback.
Wow.
So is that like paper made out of gold, is it?
Yeah, this is I don't even know if I can show you how thin it is. Like compared to a sheet of paper, the sheet of paper is thicker than the actual silver or the actual gold. It's so tiny. But this is like $6 worth, so it's not really worth a lot of money.
It looks good though.
It does look cool. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Fundamental value. Is that the word?
All right, Zen.
All right, so I got inspired by talking pop culture, but these are not baseball cards. These are Marvel and DC cards.
Oh,
and
nice.
DC cards. I know a lot of people have brought on Marvel cards here, man, but
yeah,
I don't know if anyone's brought on DC cards.
No, so it's literally like my childhood. You know what I mean? I remember finishing school. I went to a Catholic school, and I remember like going to the I remember going to the corner store around the corner, just spending $2, just hoping to see like what I would get. So these cards are like from when I was in like 5th grade. Really good. And I like searched and searched just to get all of the cards connected. Spent so much money. Well, it was a lot of money at the time, but yeah, and like just looking at some of these characters, just I don't know, it just brings back my childhood.
Yeah, that's so awesome.
I started collecting DC cards first and then went to Marvel. But that's how I learned about all these powerful characters like Mitzelplick and all of these. Yeah. But yeah.
I have never seen those DC cards.
Yeah, these are 92? 92 or
Wow.
94? Yeah.
See, I just don't understand why they won't, like in today's day and age, the collecting and all that, why they won't release cards.
What do you mean? Cards are huge now.
Yeah. They're getting they're coming back.
They're releasing new trading card sets. All I can see is the game ones, like actual collecting ones. All those game ones worth.
No, they do, man. They do.
Yeah,
There's like card channels and stuff like that open all the new stuff. That's like, for example, like I watched the crap, I forgot his name. But he was like opening. I think it's was it a surfer? Maybe that was doing it. He was like opening UFC cards and stuff like that, and they just look like
No. I'm talking. No. I know UFC, but I'm talking DC and Marvel.
Oh, DC and Marvel. Okay.
I know basketball. I'm going to start collecting the AEW wrestling cards. They're my next thing. But I'm talking Marvel and DC. I'm surprised they haven't released.
Marvel did some freebies they were giving to comic shops a little while back when they had those new that new, I don't know what it was called, but yeah, they were handing out some just freebies, you know.
Yeah, like they would stick them in like a comic book card case, or just like some comic book LCS would get like a couple of cards. But yeah, but what I'm seeing is that a lot of cards companies are starting to like, it's buzzing back up, right? You can look on Instagram, you're starting to see a lot of people post more cards again. So I'm pretty sure like Marvel and DC, they're gonna start like pumping out a lot of cards again. Yeah, I never got an Action Comics #1, but I remember like flipping out when I got this.
That would be
yeah, and then the Green Lantern.
Worth it.
Yeah, and like this. Oh man,
good times. So nice too.
Yeah, I'm surprised that they, basically stood the test of time after all these years.
Oh, the Superman one.
Yeah,
Adam.
Now, would you ever get any of these graded?
Absolutely. But I feel like it's one of those things where I don't know, like even looking at them, they're still in good shape. Like there's no creases on the corner, no bends, no anything. I don't even know how as a kid, like I inserted it without bending it, but they're like really, I would get some of them. But if I had to, it'd probably be that Green Lantern number 16 and that Action Comics #1. I would probably get it graded. Even if it's not worth anything, it's worth it to me. You know what I mean? Just to have it encased.
You know what my issue would be with grading something from that set there? If you go get a card graded, then you're gonna have this little hole in your little set of cards. I'll be like,
I know. And then I have my Marvel ones, but I think the DC cards are what got me into comic books. initially, and then I moved on to Marvel cards when that little corner store got some Marvel cards, and then eventually I got into comic books. So yeah,
they're awesome. I'll trade you.
I got five. I got five. I'll trade for you.
All right. I don't even know what we're up to, mate. You guys are bringing it today. Round 4, I think we're up to.
Yeah. All right. I just shit myself then because I pulled what I wanted. I pulled wrapping paper out of this tube, and I thought, hang on a minute. I didn't put wrapping paper in here, so lucky they're in here. All right, so that would have been a blooper. Now this, I'm not going to see her. Well, they did see her half naked. There you go. Nudity for your show, mate. So before the shows were absolute flops, I was stoked on getting these bad boys. Oh, you're kidding me, right? Oh, just bent it, but anyway.
Oh, dude, the things you do for my show.
They're not. Well, not anymore. They are. No, sorry, I'm gonna need to probably stand up for this one. The movie posters.
Oh, that's a sick poster.
That is.
It's been rolled up forever. The actual movie posters at the cinemas.
That's wicked.
So it's the Batman v Superman. Yeah, it's been rolled up forever.
Oh, that's interesting because the back one was like it was flipped, right? Like even the writing was flipped on the other side.
Yeah, these are the ones that they actually put in the thing that you work for. Right. Coming soon. The perks of my homie working at the cinemas said, bro, hook me up. So I got the Batman v Superman. And then where's well, I don't know where the Suicide Squad one went.
Wait, which Suicide Squad? The more
The
recent
first
one? The
Suicide Squad film.
Or your favorite movie?
Then no one wanted this one, so he gave it to me. So if anyone wants it, I might give it in a freebie. The Ghostbusters, but the Woke Busters, or should I say? It's the one for the the one that flopped. So yeah, I did have a Suicide Squad. I don't know where I put that one. I've lost it. That's no good.
Mate.
Yeah, I had a mate. He worked at the cinemas, and he used to just give me all the posters. That Batman for Superman, I should have sold it, back when it first came out. But I was stupid to hold on, thinking that this is gonna beat. Because what Star Wars film came out, I made a bet with my mate at work, and I lost a slab of beer. It was I said Batman v Superman's gonna draw more numbers at the box office than. It was the Star Wars that came out. I think it was the first reboot of the Star Wars that would have came out then. What came out the same year as Batman v Superman?
Force Awakens?
Yeah, must have been Force, yeah.
Yeah.
Star Wars guy, I got it.
I'll bet for a slab of beer on that. I said, let's go, mate. I'm telling you. And I got.
Ooh,
very
Injustice.
Nice.
Love that game.
I used to work 2 jobs when I was at the sports store. I used to work at EB Games, which is a GameStop over
I didn't know you worked at EB Games.
Yeah, no, I worked at EB Games for about a year. I used to finish at Rebels. I used to work at a sports store, kind of like Dick's Sports. I used to work there, finish at 5, start at EB at 5:30 until 9:30.
Wow, I haven't heard EB Games in a long time.
Yeah.
So I took that poster from there, from when the game came out.
Nice.
So yeah, they're my don't know where the Suicide Squad's got. Hang on. Nah. Yeah, don't know. I had a Suicide Squad one. It was the one with the, had all the faces, like all the cartoon faces.
Like Chibi.
Like with the I know what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah, the small, had Harley Quinn's logo,
Yeah,
like
with
and
the little skull sort of looking face thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But that movie wasn't very good, so we don't really need to see it.
That's what I mean. I got these before the movie flopped.
Yeah.
Which one? The first one or
all of them?
No, I enjoyed. I enjoyed the one with Idris Elba.
I didn't mind. Look, I enjoyed watching it. Like it was a fun ride. The second one, but I wasn't like a fan. It's like all those movies, like Batman vs Superman. It wasn't a great movie, but I enjoyed watching it.
Batman
Justice
Superman
League was trash the first time. I enjoyed watching it, but I was sitting there enjoying it, going, "This is not a good movie."
Yeah, it's just a nice watch.
Yeah,
the extended cut was better.
Batman
v Superman.
I really enjoyed it.
I never saw it. I gotta.
Yeah, watch the extended cut. It fills in the holes that you missed out.
Yeah,
you know
definitely.
you're like, oh, what? But I actually, and people are going to kick my head in for this one. I actually think the first Suicide Squad was better than the second. I didn't like all the comedy shit that James Gunn brought to it.
All right. Well, anyway,
and they killed my boy Boomerang. I thought he's can't have one bloody superhero, can we? Gotta kill him off.
He's getting worked up. We're gonna move on. We're getting close to an hour. We haven't even finished the second last round yet. All right, Cookie, what you got?
All right, so I am a Harry Potter fan. So I have a few Harry Potter books. I have a Harry Potter library, which is the newer movies, kind of based off of the Fantastical Beasts, which is his first one. So as you can tell, that's the first Fantastical Beasts. And to compare it, this is the Sorcerer's Stone or the Philosopher's Stone, depending on where you're from. So you can tell in size how much content came from the first film versus the actual Fantastical Beasts, which is super, super tiny. But all of these are illustrated books. So eventually, God willing, I have some children. I will be able to go and read this to them, whether they like it or not. They're going to hear me read them Harry Potter. And I have a collection of Star Wars books. So they're in for a long haul because I'm reading everything to them.
Nah, they're gonna love it. They're gonna love it.
I hope, man. I really do. So I have the first 3 books so far. The fourth one I have not picked up as of yet, and then the fifth one comes out, I want to say, in a month.
Maybe I should AOK you my little, those magical builders that came out, Matt, recently at the supermarkets.
Okay.
I've got a whole stack of them that we opened for like a stream, but I haven't really made. There's just all these little. It's like a mystery Harry Potter thing. And these things.
There you go.
We don't have Harry. I don't have Harry actually. We pulled the whole
one. I'll
bunch
send it to you.
Well, I'm not really a Harry Potter guy, but one day that's the next phase. Like right now, I'm Star Wars guy. I was thinking next will be Lord of the Rings guy, and then after that, maybe Harry Potter guy.
I want to get into it. Obviously, it's worth getting into. I know my partner wants to get into them, so.
Lord of the Rings is it's a deep cut. If you read it, make sure you have a lot of coffee. It's not an easy read because it's very old school. So there's a lot of old school terminology. There's a lot of singing involved. So just giving you a heads up on that.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to read Lord of the Rings. I struggle to read my comics these days. So yeah, Lord of the Rings is the
Which one was your favorite film in the Harry Potters?
I have an indefinite love for the first one just because as a kid that had so much going for it, and it's so lighthearted, it's so friendly, so it just everything about it is wonderful. But at the same time, I really do love The Prisoner of Azkaban. The bus ride, everything about that, it's just for me it's top notch. So probably out of those two would be my go-tos.
Nice. All right, Zen, what you bringing, mate?
So I'm a big anime fan, and one of my favorite mech anime was Gundam. So I started to collect. Well, I haven't built anything yet, but
there's little models. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So this was always from Gundam Wing. The Tallgeese was always my favorite. So one day I want to build it. I don't know when, but I started to collect them, and I haven't built any of them yet. But yeah. This one is like a centaur, kind of like Gundam. So it looks pretty epic. It's probably going to take me like 4 years to build. But yeah, I'm like eager to build it and just kind of like sink into it, right? Because I want to get into more activities that are kind of like meditative and a little bit therapeutic. So I think this might be one of the ones that I might get into.
There you go.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Good one.
So hopefully it'll look like this.
Is that the same type of thing? Is that a build 'em one, Cookie?
This is a build 'em one, but it's not as elaborate as the one that Zen has. Zen has a lot more elaborate, a lot more intricate in building. This one is like a 10-minute build. Yeah. And it took me 6 hours.
See, I might start with that. Pass me a link to Amazon.
Do streams, mate, where you just chill with the chat and make one of those things.
I know.
I have a Lego set like that I want to go and do, but I feel like no one's gonna watch me build a Lego because I'm just gonna start getting agitated, not being able to figure it out.
Do you need to paint those as well?
Not these. So there's levels to these builds. So there's like a higher level after this where you have to like paint, but this one doesn't require any painting though. This one is everything comes in the color. But there's folks out there who will repaint some of the kits, and they're just amazing at what they do. So I'm not hoping to get to that level, but I appreciate the community out there that really puts their time and effort and love into it, you know?
Very good. And how big are one of like that one there? Like how big does that stand when you
just about
a 6-inch figure? Or?
Yeah. A little bit smaller than just about the size of this this Hulkbuster. Just about. Yeah, not too big.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Snuck in some extra figures there. I
know. Hulkbuster.
Right. All right. So we're starting the last one. We're getting close to the hour, but we still got a round to go. Let's do this, Matt. Let's bring it home. Bring it home, baby.
I had to dig this out from the box. This is the big one. Like, as in, it's big. It might not even fit in this screen. I might need to just pull this back a bit. There we go. This was given to me as a gift a fair while ago. It's a canvas.
Oh, that is sick.
Yeah, I might have to get my trusty, beautiful. Yeah, you gotta come towards. No, you gotta come towards me. There we go.
That's beautiful.
Wow.
So,
and who painted it?
I don't know. It was a gift.
Shout out to the artist.
maybe the person that bought it got it from the street people that paint or something. Do the canvas things. I'm not too sure, but then I was given a gift. And the only question is that I have, because I'm not a hardcore Marvel. I am a DC guy. Is it Tony Stark? No, it's not. Because that's Iron Man.
Wait, lift it up a little bit. It's probably
Isn't that Thor?
Thor. Yeah, Thor.
So it's meant to be Thor.
You couldn't work out who was missing?
Well, fucking Thor's got blondish stuff. He's got black hair.
Yeah, and Ragnarok, he had that low
Bit
cut.
of regrowth.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, I'm a DC fanboy. I'm not a Marvel fanboy.
I didn't get a chance to see Thor. I'm actually spewing. I know I got bad reviews, and this guy Matt made like a big rant video about it. I know, but
You did.
I think I'll enjoy it because I don't get as attached as you, Matt. So
it's like we talked about before. It's a fun watch, but you won't leave saying like, "Wow, that was the best thing I've ever watched."
Yeah.
So
okay, fair enough.
All
right,
man.
We're getting close to the hour, so let's bring it home, boys.
All right. So I'm a Star Wars fan, as you guys know, as I've been talking about the entire day. So I have some Black Series.
Ooh, nice.
So this one was a hard one to pull off, but I was able to. This is my favorite bounty hunter, which is Cad Bane, the most ruthless bounty hunter in the galaxy.
That's I've never seen a box like that from Black.
Yeah,
Series.
there's only a handful of boxes that came like this, and once I'm a box collector more than an actual figure collector because I don't actually pull them out.
Oh, these are the ones you were talking about before that you said you.
Yeah. So what will happen is this will not be able to be opened at all. So they'll just have it completely encased in here. You can't actually open it unless you break it open.
Wow.
This one is Trapper Wolf, which is also one of the directors. So this is Dave Filoni, who actually kind of cameoed in his own TV show, which is awesome.
Oh.
And then the last one is George Lucas himself as a stormtrooper.
Whoa. Okay.
That's cool. That's a.
Oh, you're going heavy now.
I have a handful. I probably have like close to like, I don't know, maybe 10 to 15 Black Series, but those are some of my pride and joys.
I'll probably get, because I eventually want to do a special where I do like with this show anyway. I'll eventually want to do focus things like a Star Wars special, or a statue special, and whatever it be. So I think I'm gonna have to put your name in the Star Wars episode. So very nice, very nice.
Who said a claim? That was me. I said a claim.
All right, very good. All right, we're gonna bring it home with Zen. What you got, mate?
Got you. I am Dragon Ball Z is like the anime of everything. So my brother Steven is in the chat. He got me this for my birthday a couple years back, and I just started collecting these pops. I haven't been a pop collector, but for Dragon Ball I've been collecting. So this is my first pop. Favorite character, Vegeta training.
Love it.
And it's super inspirational to me to like Dragon Ball has always been inspirational to me, but like when I see Vegeta training, I remember the episodes when he's sweating and about to give up, but he's just like F that, definitely never giving up, and it makes me like push forward. Like I'll just sit down on my computer and I don't feel like doing some of my lesson planning for school or instructional designs for my job, and then I'll just like push forward. So yeah. Prince Vegeta.
Wait, did you say that was your first pop?
Yeah, it's my first pop. Yeah.
And how many you got now?
That's
the real question.
It's probably like 12. That's about it.
I'll get Kuchungin for sure. Yeah. Do you watch? Are you into My Hero Academia at all?
Yeah.
So that's because I'm not. Yeah.
No, I was gonna say I missed out on the last season, but yeah, I'm definitely into it.
I've gotten a little bit like as it's gone on, there's just introduced so many characters, it gets a bit hard to keep up. So I did watch the last season, but I kind of struggled to get through it.
Okay.
But the first, like I always tell people, like you watch the first 2 or 3 seasons, they're absolute awesome. Because I'm not a massive anime guy, but that one was just
That's really good. Nice. Yeah. For me, I'll take breaks from anime because I need to feel ripe again. I don't know, like I have to feel good, and I don't want to just like go through it for the sake of going through it. I did that with like Attack on Titan, like season 3, and I stopped watching it for a really long time, but I forced myself to watch it. So yeah.
I still have to finish Attack on Titan as well. If you ever get a chance, Violet Evergarden is a really nice anime that it's different from the normal action-packed fighting killing. It's it made me cry multiple times on how well it's written and how well it's drawn and animated. It's amazing.
What's the name of it? Say it again.
Violet Evergarden. So it's on Netflix as well. There's like 3 different series on there, but it takes place over this girl who was bred for the military, and she ends up losing both her arms and they become mechanical. So now she has to go and leave the war and come back to reality and try to figure out how she can be somebody in society. And she doesn't know how to do that. So she's like learning her way to kind of come back to reality.
Wow. That got me already.
Chainsaw Man's in Sarah is reading Chainsaw Man, and I interviewed a cosplayer who cosplayed as Chainsaw Man, and
saw that
the outfit is insane, right? So I was like, this looks awesome. And then Sarah showed me, like, made me read like one of the chapters, and I was like, this is dark, man. So that would be interesting. But yeah, animes it's just they're so diverse with, like, you get your action, fight them, beat them up one, and then you got the really bizarre ones which are like interesting. You can't even explain, like you try to explain to someone, you're like, what? Like she's watching one at the moment where like there's ghosts and aliens, and a ghost stole someone's testicle or penis or something. I was like, what are you talking about? It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, and for folks who never watch anime, I think they generalize anime as just like one thing, but like you could go in and like just mention like Berserk. Like if you watch Berserk, it's like, this is not for kids. Definitely not for kids.
I watched that at work by accident. I had no idea what it was until and I was like, oh Jesus, let me hide this thing down real quick.
Yes, it gets
Have you
dark.
guys seen? There's a anime I watched on Netflix called High Score Girl. High Score, like video game.
I've heard it. It's on my list to watch.
It's really cool because it's about like back in the day where arcade gaming was obviously a lot bigger. But it shows real gameplay footage. So it kind of starts in where like Street Fighter was like all the rage back in the day. So at the start of it's all about them playing Street Fighter and stuff. And it shows gameplay footage. And then it moves on to like, when games like Virtual Fighter came out and I was like in 3D and you're like, whoa, this is so, it's a big throwback if you were around back then. So yeah. I kind of enjoyed that too.
Nice. Which anime is that?
It's called High Score Girl. High Score.
Okay.
Girl, yeah. But that was a good one. All right. Well, we got to the end, so that's good. Just over an hour, so we did it well. Obviously, before I finish up the show, I'll give you guys a chance to obviously tell us what's coming up on your channel. And again, everyone who's watching, link to all these guys in the description, so make sure you follow them all. And I've also got, again, a link to every episode. So yeah, if you want to check out some previous guests, check them out too. How do we do this? Hang on, let me do this and then fix this, and then I'll go Matt first. What's going on, mate?
What's going on, mate? Yeah, not much. I've kind of changed up my style. I just don't get time to really record as much because I'm doing 2 jobs at the moment, trying to save up to get my partner visa with my beautiful girlfriend here. So at the moment, I'm just breaking news, just doing news that happens in the DCEU. I think this is a great time to jump on the news wagon and talk rumors with DCEU after 10-year plan. So I'll just drop videos nearly every day, hopefully, just talking about what's going on in the worlds of DCEU. But I do, put the videos and talk over the top of the videos because, like I said, I just don't get much time to edit and all that stuff at the moment. So once I get back to doing one job, then I'll start doing back to movies, like full videos and proper editing and all that stuff again. I'm lazy.
If you like watching guys get fired up,
I got my rants.
Pop culture, Matt is your go-to guy.
Yeah, nice. If Black Adam's no good, you get a nice rant for that too. Don't worry.
All right. What do we got next? I was about to remove. Hang on. I'm so amateur at this now. There you go.
What's going on? So yeah, I have a podcast, hence the name, Just Little Podcast. It is a weekly pop culture podcast, and it kind of covers everything that's going on in pop culture, TV, films, video games, comic books, anime, the whole 9 yards. I encompass it all into a weekly show. It drops every single Tuesday, anywhere you listen to podcasts. So iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, iHeartRadio, you name it, I'm just about there. My YouTube, I put out a video once a month if I get a chance. On social media, Just Little Podcast as well. But yeah, that's about it for me.
Very good. And I keep almost pressing remove.
On my chat, well, I'm on TikTok now, YouTube right here, and also Instagram. So on my TikTok and also my YouTube, been covering a lot of shorts when it comes to just characters of the multiverse of like comic books, Image comic books, Marvel, DC, and some storylines too. There's some news that's coming up for my for Zen Multiverse, which is the YouTube channel coming soon. That's why I've been only doing shorts. So look out for that. But I'm still going to continue to do video games and also just my Zen talks where I just talk about anything that I geek out on. And ultimately, it's just about bringing good vibes in a place where you could come to and just be yourself and immerse into the things that you love to do. And that's Zen Multiverse.
Very good, mate. I don't know if you noticed as well, but when I plugged this on IG, I actually spelt Zen's Multiverse, but I didn't really.
I saw that, but I liked it. It's kind of my multiverse, right? So
yeah,
I saw it.
And then I changed it all last night because I was like, oh crap, I messed it up. So I couldn't change the Instagram story, but I had to redo the thumbnail again and made sure I typed it correctly in the stream. And
I was digging it actually, so no apologies.
Well, that's good. Yeah, that's right. Because I was listening to you while I was cooking the other night, Cookie, and Sarah's like, I like this guy. He's got a very soothing voice. So yeah, if you got soothing voices, make sure you tune into Just a Little Podcast. And hopefully, I get to hear your review on Prey. because
it's coming
I
soon.
can't believe you haven't seen it. It is so, and Zen as well. Zen did a really great shorts the other day where he explained all the different predators in I guess predator lore, and that was very fascinating too. So yeah, I appreciate you guys for coming on. Matt, obviously as always, good buddy of mine. But you two, you guys will hopefully have another round. So hopefully you guys didn't blow your wad today. I want to have you guys back eventually in the future. So
would be honored. Would be honored.
Awesome. All right, I appreciate everyone for hanging out in the chat. And yeah, until next time, keep it simple.